So I would like to welcome all of you here today to our CFE Info Session 2025. This is a special session because now the new update that the CFE exam is going to change in 2026, and this is a major issue. We have so many delegates who are thinking for years about taking the CFE exam, and now once they heard last couple of weeks that ACFE announced the changes of the CFE exam, and now the structure of the exam is going to change, the content of the exam they are going to change, the questions of the exam they are going to change. So many of them contacted me and they say, yeah, can you give us more insight? And when they understood the major changes that are going to happen, this is for the last 30 years, ACFE hardly changed anything in the exam. Now this is major change. So now it's your decision to decide, are you going to take the CFE exam now, where it's easy, simple, the exam is structured properly, where you have 4 sections, you can easily pass the exam, or you are going to wait for the new changes and content and questions that are going to happen in 2026. So this session is going to guide you over what you need to do now in 2025 for you to prepare and pass the CFE exam and become certified fraud examiner. Now, so many individuals who I meet all the time, they tell me, Iyad, I work in internal audit, I work as a compliance officer, I work as financial manager, even yesterday, HR investigation manager. They say, is CFE the right certificate for me? I don't have background in finance. I don't have background in accounting. I don't understand financial statement. Are we going to speak about financial accounting fraud? The answer is no. This certificate is focusing on 2 areas. Number one is fraud, understanding the different fraud schemes that you need to actually uncover or you need to investigate. And number two is understanding the investigation techniques, what you need to do when you are handling fraud investigation. It can be related to anything. It can be related to healthcare, it can be related to banking, it can be related to insurance, it can be related to retail, it can be related to cyber, it can be related to accounting, it can be related to anything. So understanding the proper skills for you to handle investigation is very important. But the question here, why should you go and invest? Remember, this is an investment in yourself. Why should you go and invest to become certified fraud examiner? One of the answers that I always tell my students that CFE will give you 2 things. Number one will give you the expertise for you as internal auditor, as a fraud examiner, as compliance officer. You are going to gain all the knowledge and skills over the span of the course. The course is around 30 hours. During these 30 hours, we are going to teach you everything in details. So it's not only about passing the CFE exam. It's not only about knowing what are the questions. You need, once you say you are certified fraud examiner, to have the knowledge. So in that way, when your supervisor will say, here's a fraud investigation, you are not going to say, oh, well, I passed the exam by memorizing some stuff, but I don't understand what to do. No, you are going to have all the knowledge and skills for you to be able to conduct proper fraud investigation from A to Z. And in addition, you are going to showcase your skills by having the CFE credential. Once you have the CFE after your name, you will be much better prepared in front of the audit committee, in front of your clients. I have so many delegates from EY, BWC, Protivity, they take CFE. Why? Because their organization said, once our staff, they have the certificate, we can show to our clients that our staffs, they understand the process of investigation properly, so they can charge the client more, and these staff are earning more salary. So one of the things that so many individuals they earn in the CFE for, because they are going to get increase in their compensation. And we notice that. I know so many of my friends who are working in the big four, their salary is increased between 20 to 25% once they earn the certificate, because the client can sell them much better. They can sell themselves much better to clients. Also, if you are working in any domain, in compliance, internal audit, fraud, and once you earn the certificate, you will have more job opportunities. You can get promoted in your job, or you can find an opportunity in another organization where they are looking for someone with internal audit expertise and investigation, or they are looking for someone who can handle multiple things inside the organization. So CFE is definitely a good investment for you to be able to advance in your career. And the sooner that you earn such certificate, the better for you. When I passed my CFE exam, I was only 24 years old. So that helped me massively in my career when I applied for a job. And at young age, at 24 years old, I have CFE. Everyone say, wow, you are already certified. So in that way, we know that you are prepared to handle the job that you are going to carry out. And at the same time, I was able to negotiate much better compensation package compared to my colleagues who got no certification. So this is one of the things that you need to consider. But at the same time, we need to understand what is the certificate focusing on. This certificate is focusing on you understanding the different fraud schemes. So what are the fraud schemes that we are going to cover during this course? When we speak about fraud based on the fraud tree published by the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, we are discussing three issues. We are discussing corruption, which is a very important topic. We are speaking about asset misappropriation. How can someone steal the cash or the inventory inside our organization? And what are the different ways someone can steal the money coming into the organization, someone can steal the money inside the organization, or someone can steal the money going outside the organization? And we are going to be speaking about financial statement fraud. This is where everyone is afraid. You are speaking financial statement fraud? I don't understand accounting. I don't like accounting. I hate accounting. Okay, fine. The accounting part in the exam is less than 5% in the financial section only. And they are focusing on the basic accounting concepts. They are not testing you in accounting. They are focusing on the financial fraud, how fraud will happen related to payroll, how fraud will happen in invoicing, how fraud will happen when you are recording assets, you are recording liability, you are recording expenses, you are having proper disclosures. So the certificate is focusing on financial fraud, not focusing on financial accounting. So you don't need to be worrying about like if you don't have background in accounting. But these are the major issues that we will cover in our certification, focusing on what we call occupational fraud. What's the meaning of occupational fraud? Fraud done by the employees inside your organization. But in addition, the CFE covers so many other areas like cyber fraud. We are going to be speaking about anti-money laundering. We are going to be speaking about consumer fraud. So we are going to cover in this certificate the internal fraud, the occupational fraud happen inside the organization, as well as we are going to cover the external fraud happening by external party, by third party outside the organization. Also, this certificate is gonna focus on very important topic, which is gonna take 25% of the exam, which is investigation. What are the proper investigation techniques that you need to follow when you are conducting an investigation? How you are gonna go and plan the investigation? Who is gonna be part of your investigation team? But not only that, we are going to be speaking about fraud and investigation and very important element, which is we call the law. What are the legal elements related to fraud? How can you handle fraud in Germany, in Italy, in Mexico, in US, in Middle East? So someone called me say, yeah, which law are you teaching here? We don't teach a law related to a country. We teach international law, which is we teach law for civil law countries and for common law countries. And we don't only teach criminal cases, we teach civil cases and criminal cases. And we don't teach specific country law, we teach the international laws that you need to follow as a professional related to the US laws, related to the UK laws, related to the international anti-fraud law, anti-corruption laws. So you need to be aware of these laws because they apply internationally, regardless where you live. So these are three major issues that we cover in the exam. But one of the most important things that you need to understand, because this is, remember, fraud examiner, fraud investigator, you need to understand how can you work with the team inside the fraud investigation team. What are the roles and responsibility of every member? And this is another area that SAFE covers, which is understanding what is the role of the compliance department. So we speak about compliance. What is the role of the ethics manager? We speak about ethics. What is the role of management, of senior management, of audit committee, of internal auditor? So all these areas are covered to help you understand how can you define your role in every process, like in the fraud risk assessment process, in the fraud risk management process, in implementing proper internal controls related to fraud, figuring out how can you prevent and detect fraud. So all these areas are covered. Also, we are going to be speaking massively about how can you collect the evidence in your fraud investigation, how you are going to go and obtain them, how you are going to document them, how you are going to share them. And very important topic, which is 40% of the investigation part, conducting the proper interview. How you are going to interview the victim of fraud, how you are going to interview the witnesses, how you are going to interview the suspects. So it's very important to understand the techniques. You, at the end of the day, as part of the fraud investigation team, maybe you have to sit down with the individuals who are doing fraud or with individuals who got information about the fraud case. So how are you going to collect this information effectively? what type of questions you need to ask, how you are going to get the admission from the suspects. So these are all important topics we will cover in the class. So if you want to become certified fraud examiner, usually you need to buy the CFE fraud examiner's manual, which is 2,000 pages. You are gonna go buy it and study for 6 months, and after that you are gonna pray that you understand it and you know what are the questions in the exam. This is what I did myself. It took 6 months for me to study it, but we have today a much better solution for you. We are gonna discuss it soon. So what is the CFE exam? If you are not aware, the CFE exam is 4 parts. We have the first one, fraud prevention and deterrence, which is understanding what internal control and fraud risk management we need to have inside the organization to ensure fraud will not happen or to be able to catch fraud. Also, we are going to be speaking about the different financial transaction. This is another exam. We are going to be speaking about fraud investigation, and then we are going to be speaking about legal elements of fraud. Now, as of 2025, the exam, each one is 2 hours, 100 questions. Soon in 2026, the structure of the exam is going to change. The exam is going to be 2.5 hours, and they are going to be 3 exams only, and they are going to be 120 questions. They are going to change the structure, they are going to change so many things. So my recommendation, if you are serious about becoming certified fraud examiner, this year 2025 is the year for you to go and study and prepare and pass the CFE exam, because the last day that you can take the certificate under the current system is the end of February 2026. After that, no one is allowed to take the exam based on the old or based on the current structure. So currently, we already have been teaching the CFE for the last 12 years, and we know exactly what are the questions, the structure, the process, and it's very simple and easy. We have thousands of students who took the classes and passed easily. So don't wait until the exam become more difficult. The structure will change, the questions will change, and now you need to go and understand all this information. But don't worry, if you pass the exam now, you don't have to do anything in 2026. Someone say, so if I pass in 2025, I need to do an update for the new exam? No. We will give you free of charge training in 2026 to give you the new knowledge and the new concept that ACFE introduced. But as of your certificate is valid. No need for you to do any recertification or any update. Now, the exam, you need to complete all the 4 sections within 60 days, not from the day you register with us. From the day you schedule the first exam. Let's say you schedule the first exam today to take it after 4 days. So from today we'll start, not from the day you take your exam. You have 60 days to take all the parts. In case you fail in the exam, or you don't pass any of these exams, or in case you don't have time to take any of these exams, no issue. After the 60 days, you can still take the exam, but you just have to pay $58 to ACFE to retake it. So it's not a big issue. If you are busy and you decide, okay, yeah, every month I'm going to take one exam. Okay. First month you can take one exam. Second month you can take one exam. Third month you can take the last one. Now 60 days finished. So you take it on day 1, day 30, day 60. After that, the exam that's still remaining, you can pay $58 and take it again. So it's not a big issue. But from the day you enroll with us, you have until the end of February 2026 to take the exam. You can take it after that. So you need to prepare that you are going to take the exam within the next 10 months. If you are ready for that, we can help you in the process. But at the same time, CFE covers a very important topic, which is how can we as professionals go to the organization and after we discover fraud, figure out the proper internal controls that we need to have in place to ensure that fraud will not happen again inside our organization. Now, if you are thinking about becoming certified fraud examiners, we have 2 options for you. You can attend our virtual classes, or you can attend our face-to-face classes. Our virtual classes, we are the only one in the world where we offer the classes over 4 weeks. So these are the upcoming classes that we have. We offer them over 4 weeks. Why? We do them virtually. We offer them over 4 weeks because we want you to not stress yourself out. Every week you study one subject and then you take the exam over the weekend. So this is our upcoming course that some of you already enrolled in it. So we have the course in April, which is next week. We study 2 subjects from 8 to 10:30 Dubai time. Then you take the exam over the weekend. So we have one class on 27, one class on 29. Then over the weekend, you take the exam. Done. Then next week, You study one subject, then you study another subject which is related to the financial transaction, then you take the exam over the weekend. Then you have the third week, you study one subject and one subject, then you take the exam over the week. Is it mandatory to take the exam over the weekend? No. But I am here to guide you. If you are serious and you want to pass the CFE exam, don't delay. Attend the classes during the week, review the questions over the weekend, take the exam. But make sure you submit from now your CFE exam application before the end of the week by tomorrow so you can schedule your exam next week. Because from now you need to schedule your exam. It's not like you are going to wait until April 30th and you need to schedule your exam on May 1st. Maybe you will not find spots, so try to schedule it as soon as possible. In that case, you are going to schedule already from now your investigation exam over the weekend, your financial exam, your law exam, and your fraud prevention. So it's not like you attend the class over 4 weeks, then you take the exam. Every week you attend two classes, you take the exam. Now, some of you will say, yeah, some of the times I'm busy, I'm traveling, I can't attend, my time is not suitable. I live in Africa, I live in US, I live in Malaysia. No big deal. All the sessions are recorded. So in case you miss any of the sessions, you can watch them. And they are not recorded during the class. No, they are recorded in advance. The meaning, if you enroll with us today, you are going to have access to all the recorded session. So you can start studying today. You don't have to wait until the class will start. Additional to that, we give you all the support during the class from A to Z for you to be able to clear the exam, and we answer any of your questions. The meaning, if you watch the recorded session, you couldn't attend the live session, and you have any questions, I'm always available to answer any of your questions. By phone, by email, by WhatsApp, whatever method you want. Also, you can ask questions the next session in case you have any questions. So this is an easy, simple format that so many of our students took it and they passed the exam from the first time. They don't only pass the exams normally because you need to score 75% to pass the exam. But what you are going to do, you are going to pass the exam with high scores. And you will see so many of our students who join the course, they are competing. I score 99, I score 97, I score 98. So they are scoring with high score. Why? Because whatever we tell you in the class, you are going to get in the exam. It's not a magic. I've been teaching with ACFE for the last 12 years and we have more than 4,000 delegates pass the exam. So in that way, whatever we are going to tell you, we know exactly every single question and how it's going to come in the exam. So this is one format for you. The second format that you can actually take, which is you can take virtually or you can take face-to-face. We have two options, which is 4-day course. You attend every day the course from the morning until the evening, then until the afternoon, then in the evening you take the exam. Some individuals, they like this model. Why? They say, yeah, I'm going to travel to your class from Germany, from Italy, from Africa, and I don't have anything to do. I attend your class during the day. In the evening, I take the exam. You can take the exam virtually on your laptop, or you can take it in testing center in Dubai or in Qatar or in Saudi. They are available in most of the countries. My recommendation, always take the testing exam in testing center. Why? They prepare everything for you. You don't have to go and open your camera and do all this technical difficulty. And maybe you are going to have issues. So much better take the exam in testing center. Schedule in advance your exam in testing center over 4 days or 4 weeks, and you can do it. This class, you can attend it as a blend learning. The meaning you can attend it in Dubai face to face. We have a class after 2 weeks, or you can attend the class virtually from anywhere in the world. But the good news, if you join our 4-day course, you get also access to our 4 weeks course. If you join our 4 weeks course, you also have access to our 4-day course. So we will give you access to both of them with the same. And the good news, if you join our face-to-face classes, also you will have access to our virtual 4 weeks and you will have access to the recorded session. So you are going to have access to everything. So we are giving you all the tools that in a way it's impossible for you to fail in the exam. At the end, you are going to have all the knowledge and you are going to have all the understanding and the practice questions for you to clear the exam from the first time. Now, if you are interested in joining our upcoming classes, these are our upcoming classes that we have. I'm just sharing the classes we have in Dubai, but we have classes available in Muscat, we have classes available in Qatar, we have classes available in Malaysia, we have classes available in different countries. So in case you can't meet these days or they are not suitable for you, you can reach out to me or check our website. You can go to openthinking.ae and you can see all the classes that we have. Our organization, Open Thinking, is the ACFE exclusive authorized trainer to deliver the classes in Malaysia, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait, and UAE, and Saudi Arabia. So all these countries, they are actually, no one is allowed to deliver the course except us. And that's good thing. Why? Because ACFE, they need to ensure the quality. They need to ensure that the person who's delivering the class is giving you the best knowledge and experience when you are studying and preparing. So these are our classes that we have. We have our virtual classes, which is currently is discounted 45%. The actual price of the course is around $4,000. If you join our virtual class, you will pay only 2,197. If you join our in-person class, you pay 3,197. For the delegate joining us from Saudi, Hadaf program will cover your cost up to 10,000 Saudi riyal. So that's a good thing. So in that way, your investment, if you attend, most of it for in-person covered, or all of it is covered by the virtual class. Now, what does this package include? Includes everything. It will include your membership. If you are already member, don't worry. We will pay your next year membership, so you will not lose anything. Also include your exam fees, include the online fraud examiner manual, which is the 2,000 pages, you get online access to it. Include the CFE prop course, which is the 1,400 questions that you need to practice on the ACFE website. It also will include the CFE course workbook, which is the book that you are going to get from us highlighted with the question in the exam. That's the secret. We are going to give you not 2,000 pages to study from. No, we are going to give you 75 pages only, highlighted with the question in the exam. If you only study this highlight, you can clear the exam in a simple and easy way. So rather than wasting your time studying so many information that will never come in the exam, you are going to focus on studying only the information relevant that will help you clear the exam. So in that way, whatever we highlight for you in the book, in yellow, in red, that's a question in the exam. So you need to focus on. And then you are going to get CFE flashcards if you like to study using flashcards. So many of my students, they like to just test their knowledge using flashcard. You are going to get our course, the CFE exam review course, either virtually or face-to-face. It depends on the package you join. But like we said, if you join face-to-face, we are going to actually give you as well the virtual class, and you get the recorded session, and you are going to get 30 hours of CBE certificate for attending the class. So if you are interested in all these options, or you have any additional information, you can go to our website, openthink.ae, and you can register. Also, you can reach out directly to me. You can reach out to me by email, you can reach out to me by WhatsApp. So all of my information are available on my website. In case you have any questions, I can help you or guide you. In case you want to have a phone call with me, just send me a message and I can give you a phone call and I can answer any of the questions that you have. We are so happy to work with the ACFE as their exclusive authorized trainer, and we have thousands of students. This was just from last year. More than 2,800 delegates already passed the exam. Now, by today, 2025, we have reached more than 3,000 delegates pass the CFE exam with our virtual class only, with the classes that they attended on Zoom. So we are so happy to have massive number of delegates, and so many delegates trust us. Imagine the number of delegates who are certified globally by ACFE globally, they are around 60,000. Out of 60,000, 3,000 passed the exam with us virtually. That's like 5%, which is really nice. Also, the delegates who passed the CFE exam with us in our face-to-face classes, around 1,000 delegates. So we have more than 1,000 delegates came to our classes in any of these countries. In the future, we are going to have it in more countries. We are hoping to have it in Kuwait, hopefully soon. We are going to have our classes in other countries. So in that way, you can join us also and attend these classes as well. Currently, we don't have any classes in Saudi. We have classes virtually in Saudi, or you can come to Dubai. So Saudi and Kuwait and Bahrain, we don't have currently physical classes. But in any other countries like UAE, Qatar, and Oman and Malaysia, we have face-to-face classes as well as virtual. But if you are living in any other country, you can join us. If you are living in Egypt, Jordan, if you are living in Italy, Germany, if you are living in US, you can join our virtual classes or our face-to-face classes. So there is no limitation based on where you live if you have an issue in joining our class. And like I said, if the time is not suitable for you based on our timing, the sessions are recorded so you can watch it at a later time. We give you also the CFE prep course where you can prepare for all these questions and you can actually study and prepare step by step to pass the exam. So at the end, should you wait for until 2026 or should you take the exam right now? Right now, the exam is structured properly over so many years, and the same information and the same questions are there. In the future, in 2026, the ACFE, they are going to change the content of the exam. They are going to change the structure of the exam, and they are going to change the questions. So even us, the ACFE authorized trainer, we don't know what's going to happen. Until now, we don't have access to the new material because they are not going to publish until next year. So my recommendation, if you want to go and take the exam on the current model, which is 2025, is much better than waiting until 2026 to see what's going to happen. I know so many of my students, they see 2 hours exam is long. Imagine when it's going to be 2.5 hours. They see 100 questions is too much. Imagine when it's going to be 120 questions. And you have to study much more. The content is going to increase. So for each exam. So my suggestion, take the exam based on the current structure. We can help you step by step clearing the exam, and we can get you certified in 4 days or in 4 weeks, wherever is suitable for you. I hope that this session answered most of your questions. And in case you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. And I am here always to support you in understanding how to prepare and pass the CFE exam.